Hi guys, congratulations for making it the 7 days. If you didn't quite get to the 7 days, don't feel bad, feel proud of yourself for the changes that you did make, for the nourishing foods that you incorporated in. And now I'm going to share with you some tips on how to stay motivated after the cleanse. And stick with me to the end because I've got some resources for you to help you continue on afterwards. First, I just want to mention that it was an intense 7 days. I don't expect you to continue on exactly that way. It's fairly restrictive. You can incorporate some of the healthy habits continuing on, but it doesn't need to be as restrictive. So incorporate some of these healthy habits into your normal daily life. Some of the examples are your morning lemon water. If it's not always a morning lemon water, I encourage you to continue with starting your day with a large glass of water. Another one is your morning smoothie or an afternoon smoothie. So that's a great way to get in tons of greens, high antioxidant fruits, lots of fiber. And it's easy and you can take it on the go. So that's one I love to continue with, especially as it's getting warm out during the summer. It's a nice habit to have. Another one is a healthy evening snack. So from some of the snacks that you might have been introduced to over the 7 days, continue on with some of those, some of your favorites. Meal planning is important too. So if you can, on the weekend, if you can continue with sort of planning out some of the things that you want to have that week. Meal prep is another one. If you can, you've probably noticed that to stay on track, it's so important to do a little bit of prep beforehand and not to leave it until you're hungry and tired, because we often reach for something not quite so healthy. So if you can do some meal prep, that's really helpful. Some meatless meals. So I myself do incorporate meat into most of my meals, but you can have some really healthy dishes. You can save some money if you have maybe about once a week. I like to have a meatless meal that includes either beans and lentils. So you can take some of the recipes from the cleanse and incorporate that into your week. Hydrating throughout the day is so important, especially during the summer. When we're outside, we're sweating, we're hot. And a nice big jug of lemon water, or have some fresh mint in there or some lime is nice to have, and it encourages you to drink more water. Pureed soups, maybe you found some soups that you enjoyed, or you can look through the soups ebook and try out a new soup. That's a great way to add in tons of nourishment. And you can make a big batch and eat it for about 3 to 4 days, or even freeze some of it. Some favorite new recipes to use regularly. So look through all the ebooks and hopefully you've found some that you want to continue on with. And next, I want you to pay attention to how foods make you feel. So notice how foods make you feel, not just right after eating, but more importantly, the day after eating. Right after the cleanse is the perfect time to really get in tune with this. This association has probably been the single biggest thing that keeps me on track with healthy eating on a regular basis. So I'll explain this a little bit more. These past 7 days, we've cut out gluten, dairy, sugar, and added in tons of nourishing foods. So you'll probably notice, if you have issues with gluten and dairy, you'll probably notice that a little bit more after the 7 days when you're reintroducing it than if you just on a daily basis, if you were eating gluten and dairy on a daily basis. So try to pay attention to that as you go back to eating normally. If you do notice that gluten and dairy are causing some issues for you, and pay attention the day after, because if you have a food intolerance, it generally doesn't show up until the day after. So for me with dairy, that usually looks like acne showing up on my face. That could be 1 or 2 days later. With gluten, often it's brain fog or just sore joints, achy body. And it could be different. It could be digestive issues for you. So try to pay attention to that. And secondly, I want to share that how that has helped me to stay on track, noticing that association. So I'll give you an example. If you had, say, a donut in front of you or some cookies, and your main motivator is to lose 10 pounds, that's such a delayed motivator that you are probably going to reach for a cookie or two or a donut and think, okay, this is not going to make or break it. But if your main motivator is feeling good and you know how those foods make you feel, so if If you think, if I have these cookies, I'm not going to feel good, it's going to cause an inflammatory effect in my body, I'm going to either maybe have brain fog the next day, I'm going to have a zit appear, I'm going to feel sore, then that's a much stronger motivator than if it's not going to help me on my road to losing 10 pounds. So pay attention to how foods make you feel, and that will really help you continue on. And next, you might be wondering, how often should I cleanse? So you have lifetime access to this program, so you can cleanse as often as you like, and you can access the information in it anytime you like. You just have to log in. So how often should I cleanse? Most people find that twice a year with the change of season is a great time to cleanse. You can join in on these twice per year group cleanses as often as you want, as you have unlimited access, as I mentioned. Some people will do a 7-day cleanse or even a 3-day cleanse at the start of every month. You could even do just a 1-day cleanse, or you could cleanse or do a modified cleanse 1 day per week, or whenever you feel run down or need a reset. So me personally, I like to do a cleanse with the change of seasons. And then occasionally, if I'm really feeling run down, if I'm really in a rut, if I've got some bad habits that have crept up, then I will do maybe like a 3 or a 5-day cleanse. So you can do whatever works for you and your lifestyle. And next, we're going to look at the mindset portion of it. So many people skip past this, but it actually is a powerful part of it. So first, we're going to look at your bigger why. I want you to stop and think about what your bigger why is. Often just saying that you want to lose a few pounds, you just want to look better, often isn't a strong enough why in those times when you're trying to decide between pizza or donuts, whether you should eat it or not. So think about what your bigger why is. Often a stronger why is thinking about how you want to feel. So do you want to feel energized? Do you want to have the energy to play with your kids? Do you want to feel good in your body? Think about that. And next, I want you to take a minute to visualize how you want to feel, how you want to look. This is important as well. So have that picture in your mind and visualize it happening. So visualize the energy that you have each day. Visualize the healthy body. Visualize your being at your goal weight and looking how you want to look. So take a minute to look at that and visualize what your day would look like too if you had that energy, if you felt better, if you lost that weight that you maybe want to lose. Maybe you don't have that afternoon slump anymore. Maybe you have energy throughout the day. Maybe you're just feeling good finally. And lastly, your self-talk is important too. So just what you're saying in your mind. If you are saying to yourself that you're not able to continue on, you can never continue on with a gluten-free lifestyle, or you're never going to be able to eat healthy like you should, then that's going to inhibit your ability to continue on. So pay attention to that negative self-talk and try to switch it around. Try to tell yourself that you can make changes, you can be the person that you want to be. So really pay attention to that, because that's powerful. And now that you've got the momentum going, maybe you've reset your palate, you're able to turn down those sweets a little bit better now, I wanted to give you some resources to continue on. So I've got 2 things available right now. We are currently doing the 21-day summer slim down, and I've got it available as a separate program for $12. So I'll just share with you what's included with that. So it's 3 weekly meal plans, clean and simple recipes. It does include some meat dishes. They're clean and simple recipes, not as restrictive as a 7-day cleanse. One example is you get to have, there's one snack that includes dark chocolate and pistachios. So it's healthy foods that are going to keep your metabolism up, and also you aren't going to feel restricted. So you're not going to be craving those candies or whatever your vice is. So it also includes shopping lists. There is a shopping list if you want to do the full plan, which includes breakfast, lunch, supper, and snacks. And there's also a shopping list that includes just suppers. So if you want to follow the supper plan, if you find that's where you need most help, but you're doing okay with your own healthy breakfasts and snacks, you can do that as well. There's also a daily prep guide in there. So it will tell you, there's a couple things that you could probably prepare on Sunday. It'll tell you what to do there. It'll tell you the night before if there's something you should get ready. It'll tell you if you need to bring out chicken from the freezer. If you are on the go that morning, it'll tell you what to gather up. That really helps things. You don't really have to even think about it. It just has it all set for you. It's full of clean and simple recipes, like I mentioned, and you won't feel deprived. So you can grab that ebook right now for just $12. Or we also have a Mummer Charge membership. So that is going on in the membership right now, is our 21-day summer slim down. So you can get that program, as well as we've got a whole library of meal plans that we've, from past meal plans that we've done. Very similar setup. So if there's one week that there's a recipe or two that you're not loving it, you can look at a past meal plan and find one that you love. There's shopping lists, there's a meal prep guides. There also is a recipe database of all of my favorite gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, clean and simple recipes. Tons of snacks to choose from, lunches, suppers, breakfasts. So you'll know what to eat. There is a library of ebooks. So there is a book full of all of my summertime favorites. There's summer dinner favorites. There is game day favorites. There's a kid-friendly ebook. There's a slow cooker ebook. So you are all set. If you are feeling like you have the momentum, you want to continue on, then the membership is a great option. Right now, it's on sale for $15 per month. And if you join the membership now and the price goes up after, you're locked into that $15 per month. We do have some more resources that are going to be starting up in the membership soon. One is a online supplement dispensary that has tons of different brands, and you can purchase those. They'll get shipped right to your door, and for members we'll have a special coupon code so they can get it at a cheaper price. So that is coming up probably this month. I'll have that all set up, and every month we have a new monthly focus. So also right now I should mention too, there's no commitment. You can cancel anytime. So you can try it out for $15 a month. If you find that you're not using it, you can just simply cancel. If you're loving it, just continue on. It'll automatically come out via credit card or PayPal. So if you have any questions about that, just send me a message and I will answer them for you. And I also have a worksheet for you. So if you want to sit down for a few minutes and go over what we talked about in this video, it will really help you going forward. So grab that worksheet, take a few minutes, grab a cup of tea, and try it out. And lastly, I want to thank you for joining us in our 7-day cleanse. I appreciate having every one of you in there, and I hope you got a lot out of this cleanse, and I hope to see you in our upcoming cleanses. You have lifetime access, so I hope you join us again the next time. Thanks. Bye.